Welcome to Amazimals, where animal wisdom transforms your life. Today we're exploring one of nature's most remarkable migration specialists, the monarch butterfly. These delicate creatures, weighing less than a paperclip, travel up to 3,000 miles across an entire continent, overcoming countless obstacles to complete a journey that spans multiple generations. By the end of this video, you'll discover 3 extraordinary persistence strategies that allow monarchs to complete seemingly impossible journeys, and how you can apply these same principles to overcome your own life's most challenging obstacles. Imagine setting out on a journey so vast that you'll never see its completion. A journey where you'll travel thousands of miles with no map, facing predators, storms, and habitat destruction, all while weighing less than a single gram. For most creatures, this would be an impossible task. This is the reality for monarch butterflies. Each fall, monarchs east of the Rocky Mountains begin an epic migration from as far north as Canada to specific mountain forests in central Mexico, a journey of up to 3,000 miles. Those west of the Rockies travel to coastal California. What makes this migration truly extraordinary is that no single butterfly completes the entire round trip. Unlike migrating birds or mammals that can learn routes from their parents, monarchs live only 2 to 6 weeks during summer generations. The final supergeneration that migrates lives 8 months, long enough to fly south, but not to return. Yet somehow their great-grandchildren find their way back to the exact same northern locations the following year, despite never having been there before. So how do these fragile insects accomplish one of nature's most challenging migrations? And more importantly, what can their extraordinary persistence teach us about completing our own, seemingly impossible journeys? The first remarkable strategy of monarch butterflies is their transgenerational purpose, the ability to contribute to a journey far greater than their individual lifespan. The monarch migration isn't completed by a single butterfly, but through a relay race of generations. The butterflies that leave Mexico in spring produce several short-lived summer generations that gradually move northward. The final generation, born in late summer, makes the entire return journey south, a trip their great-grandparents began, but never completed. What's fascinating is how this purpose is encoded across generations. Scientists have discovered that migratory information is genetically transmitted, not learned through observation or teaching. Each butterfly inherits the navigational tools and instincts needed for their specific leg of the journey. Even more remarkable, research shows that monarchs can sense their place in this greater journey. The summer generations focus on reproduction, while the migratory generation delays reproduction, builds fat reserves, and develops the physiological tools needed for long-distance flight, all based on environmental cues that trigger their specific role. In our achievement-oriented culture, we often focus exclusively on goals we can personally complete. The monarch teaches us the importance of transgenerational purpose, contributing to journeys that extend beyond our individual reach. This means developing what psychologists call legacy thinking, the ability to find meaning in contributions to outcomes you may never personally witness. Rather than limiting your efforts to what you can finish alone, legacy thinking means investing in purposes that may be completed by others who follow you. Whether you're building a business that will outlast you, contributing to environmental restoration that will benefit future generations, or mentoring others who will continue your work, monarch-like transgenerational purpose helps you persist through challenges by connecting your efforts to something larger than yourself. This is how you find meaning in journeys too vast for any individual to complete alone. The second extraordinary ability of monarch butterflies is their environmental navigation, the capacity to find their way across thousands of miles without maps, GPS, or experienced guides. Monarchs use multiple navigation systems working in concert. They possess an internal compass based on the position of the sun, compensating for time of day through a sophisticated internal clock. They also detect Earth's magnetic field through light-sensitive cryptochromes in their antennae, providing directional information even on cloudy days. What's remarkable is how monarchs integrate these systems. When one navigation method becomes unreliable, like on overcast days when the sun isn't visible, they seamlessly switch to alternative methods. This redundancy ensures they maintain their course despite changing conditions. Even more impressive, research shows that monarchs can recalibrate their course if displaced. Scientists who captured migrating monarchs and released them hundreds of miles away found they quickly adjusted their direction to compensate, showing not just fixed programming, but adaptive navigation. In our increasingly complex world, we often become dependent on single navigation systems, whether specific mentors, rigid plans, or familiar routines. The Monarch teaches us the importance of environmental navigation, developing multiple ways to orient ourselves toward our goals. This means cultivating what psychologists call navigational redundancy, the practice of developing multiple orientation systems rather than relying on a single approach. Instead of becoming lost when your primary path is blocked, navigational redundancy means having alternative methods to reorient toward your destination. Whether you're pursuing career advancement, personal development, or organizational goals, Monarch-like environmental navigation helps you maintain direction despite changing conditions. This is how you stay on course when your original path becomes blocked, or when familiar landmarks disappear. The third remarkable capability of Monarch butterflies is their energy optimization, the strategic conservation and deployment of limited resources to complete an enormous task. Monarchs don't just fly directly to their destination. They've evolved sophisticated energy-saving techniques, including riding thermal air currents to gain altitude without flapping, then gliding long distances, reducing energy expenditure by up to 80%. They also time their daily movements to coincide with favorable winds and temperatures. What's fascinating is their collective energy management. At night, monarchs cluster together in trees, creating micro-environments that conserve heat. During cold days, they may not fly at all, waiting for conditions that allow efficient travel, rather than wasting energy fighting unfavorable weather. Even more impressive is how the migratory generation physically transforms for energy efficiency. Their wings become larger and stronger, their bodies store more fat, and their reproductive development pauses, redirecting energy from reproduction to migration. Every aspect of their biology is optimized for the journey. In our productivity-obsessed culture, we often value constant activity over strategic efficiency. The Monarch teaches us the power of energy optimization, the careful management of limited resources to accomplish extraordinary outcomes. This means developing what performance experts call strategic efficiency, the discipline of investing energy only where it produces maximum progress toward your goal. Rather than constant activity that depletes resources, strategic efficiency means identifying the specific conditions and approaches that give you the greatest return on energy invested. Whether you're building a business, pursuing education, or working toward any significant goal, Monarch-like energy optimization helps you accomplish more with limited resources. This is how you complete seemingly impossible journeys without burning out, by working smarter rather than just harder. What makes the Monarch's migration truly remarkable is how these three strategies work together as an integrated system. Transgenerational purpose provides the motivation to contribute to something greater than themselves. Environmental navigation ensures they maintain direction despite changing conditions. And energy optimization allows them to complete vast distances with minimal resources. When we apply these same principles in our lives, we develop what psychologists call sustainable persistence. The ability to maintain progress toward meaningful goals over extended periods without depleting ourselves. Think about your most challenging long-term goals, the ones that sometimes seem impossibly distant. With Monarch-like transgenerational purpose, you connect your efforts to something larger than yourself, finding meaning even when you can't personally complete the entire journey. With environmental navigation, you develop multiple ways to orient toward your destination, maintaining direction even when your primary path is blocked. And with energy optimization, you strategically manage your limited resources, accomplishing more by working smarter rather than just harder. This is the profound wisdom the Monarch Butterfly offers us, not just how to begin ambitious journeys, but how to sustain progress through challenges that would defeat most others through sheer magnitude or complexity. The next time you face a challenge that seems too vast to complete, whether a career transition that will take years, a community project that spans generations, or a personal transformation that requires sustained effort, remember the Monarch Butterfly. Remember that the most meaningful journeys are often too vast for any individual to complete alone, but that doesn't diminish the value of your contribution. By connecting to purposes larger than yourself, developing multiple ways to navigate toward your goals, and strategically optimizing your limited energy, you too can accomplish what might otherwise seem impossible. Not through superhuman effort, but through sustainable persistence across whatever distance your journey requires. This has been Amazimals, where animal wisdom transforms your life. If you found value in these insights, please like this video, share it with someone facing their own challenging journey, and subscribe for more animal-inspired life lessons. Until next time, remember, every animal has wisdom worth discovering. What's your most effective strategy for maintaining persistence through long-term challenges? Share in the comments below and let's learn from each other's approaches.